Yay. So excited. So we are Sonny Megatron.
And I'm also Sonny Megatron.
No, he's not. He's Ken Melvinberg.
Oh,
he's such a liar.
And a thief.
So we are the hosts of American Sex Podcast. We're the force behind the Sex with Sonny Megatron TV show. We're sexuality educators, pleasure advocates, and kinky perverts too. And welcome to American Sex Podcast Live right here on Get Vocal. As always, as we do every Wednesday night, we are simulcasting to Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and I got another camera over here with Instagram on. You are welcome to keep watching us on those platforms, but if you do, you will not be able to interact with us in our chat, nor will you be eligible to win the sex toy we're giving away at the end of this broadcast. So you need to be on the Get Vocal platform to do that. Our short link is bit.ly, bit.ly, Sonny Get Vocal, and I'm going to type it right here in the chat, bit.ly. Oh, it doesn't matter because you're all here. Okay, my brain's not working. Only people who can see it are the people on Get Vocal. So never mind. So, yeah, you have to be 18 or over and live in the continental U.S. to be eligible to win this. The folks that Get Vocal are looking at everybody who's logged on here. They're going to tally up your names, put them in a hat, and then at the end of the broadcast, they're going to shoot me your name, and hopefully you're 18 or over and you live in the continental U.S., and then we'll send this to you. So yay, welcome to our Pervertables broadcast. This is perfect timing for Valentine's Day. I don't know about y'all, but most of the time I'm broke. Like we're broke a lot. Like, yeah, we play fancy on TV, but really we're eating macaroni and cheese. But so you can use Pervertables if you want to have a sexy evening on a budget. You can repurpose household objects for sexy, kinky things, and that's what a pervertible is. So on that note,
I want to start with a.
Oh, I got some more housekeeping too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Forgot. I have some more housekeeping I want to tell you really quick. Is if you are a podcaster, Get Vocal is doing a contest right now. They're hosting a live edition on Get Vocal on Wednesday, February 19th at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's for a podcasting duo. And basically it's an audition. And if everyone loves you, then you get a sponsored show on Get Vocal. So I don't know if Get Vocal folks, if there's like a link you want to put, the link is about.getvocal.com/get-sponsored. And if someone wants to type that in the thing. So, okay. Sorry, I interrupted your pervertible, but I didn't want to forget that.
Totally okay. No,
okay.
I didn't know that we had that important message to give.
Yep.
So to give everybody a basic idea, this is the best kind of 101 sort of thing that you can own that's a pervertible. If you own, and not because it's Star Wars, just Star Wars is fucking cool, but because a necktie is the most basic BDSM 101 thing that you can own. You can use it for basic restraints. You can use it to choke somebody. You can use it their hips while you're fucking. You can use it to gag them if you don't want them to talk anymore, or you can use it as a blindfold.
Or you can tie up my boobs with it.
Or you can do, some sort of a boob bondage with it.
Yeah.
And I would probably need two for your boobs.
You would, yeah. Or one of those really wide 70s neckties. Like for a really tall guy. Okay, so yay. I think what we should do is before we get into pervertables, because a lot of these pervertables, not all of them, but a lot of them are used in kink play. So I want to do kind of a little like very fast sort of kink 101. Now, reasons you would use pervertables. They're fucking convenient. If you're just like, I want to do bondage, but I didn't go to the rope store and get new rope. Go grab your necktie out of the closet. They're inexpensive. So especially if you're getting into BDSM and you go on any of the, you go to a bondage store, or you go online and look at the bondage stuff available, a set of even basic cuffs is going to cost you like bare minimum $25. And that's basement cuffs.
Yeah, and six neckties would be like $6 at
The thrift store.
At the thrift store.
Yeah, totally.
And you have a gag, a blindfold, and 4 restraints right there.
Right. So oftentimes, one, it's great if you're on a budget and you just can't afford all this stuff, because a lot of people, when they're playing kinky, think like, I'm kinky now, so I have to go out and buy all this fancy gear. And for the most part, you really don't, unless it's a really specialized thing, you don't need to. So that's good if you're on a budget. It's also good if you're just experimenting. Like, what if you don't even know if you're going to like bondage? Why are you going to go out and buy the fancy hemp bondage rope that's dyed a certain way that costs like $50? Go get some cotton clothesline from the dollar store and try it out. And then, you know what? If you become like a hardcore bondage person and you want to get the fancy stuff later, great. But you're not wasting your money at the onset to buy something that you're not going to end up liking anyway. It's for beginners. It's great also for improvisation. When we talk about kink and sex play, the operative word there is play. This really is fun. So think about, even when you're doing any kind of improvisational play, let's say you're in improv class, or let's say like when you were a little kid on the playground and you're like, okay, you do this and you do that. And let me grab a rock, and the rock is going to be like, you grab all these like random things and they become your props. So you're doing that in a sex way, and it can be really easy. Except for your rock is a rope. Exactly. Whatever. I don't know.
And by the way, don't let the fact, if you know or don't feel as though you are a Kinbaku Shibari master level 32 with a black belt, by the way, all that is a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's all just made up stuff. Anybody can do rope. Just a little bit of YouTube tutorials or some great books will give you the basic fundamentals. But don't let not knowing about rope scare you away from using it. Anybody can tie a basic knot around somebody's leg, tie it to a chair. Just use your common sense, use about 4 or 5 foot pieces of rope, and then just have some safety scissors to cut it away if something goes wrong. You know what? That way you're not doing it super tight, you're not hurting anybody, and it's a great way to learn, is just experiment and learn.
So if you need a refresher on your BDSM 101, I want to refer you back to a live stream we did a few weeks back. It's called BDSM 101. If you go to our Get Vocal page and you go to recorded broadcast, you can find it there and watch it. But like real quick, just to give you the flyby, of course, your BDSM scene starts with negotiation. So you're not doing anything with your partner that you didn't fully negotiate ahead of time. And a lot of times when we talk about kink, people focus on the sex portion of it. And really, it's more, first and foremost, it's about the mental fuck, and the physical fuck helps it along. And you don't even have to always include a physical actual fuck with it. You don't have to have sex with your kink. So one of the analogies we do is our roller coaster analogy. You want to talk about it, or you want me to talk about it?
Wait, before we do that, I want to talk about one other thing real quick. And we've talked about this before, but I think it deserves a revisit. Rough BS. When you're negotiating somebody in a basic BDSM setting, one of the things that Sunny and I came up with is this rough BS system. So what you're doing is you're asking your partner on a scale of 1 to 10 how much they like to be. The R is restrained. The O is how much they like to be owned by another person. The U is how much do you like to be used by another. G is how much do you like to be given away to other people. The H is how much do you like to be humiliated. The B, on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to say how much you like to be beaten. And the S is how much you like to serve. So if you can figure out how much you like to do that as either a top or a bottom, how much you enjoy those things, and you compare each other's notes, you've already got consent, you've got negotiation. If you both say, you know what, I really like to serve other people, and you know what, that's great because I really like to be served. So that's a 10 and a 10 from the both of you. That gives you a good place to go.
Yeah, and we have a quick sheet on that. And if I'm remembering correctly, the link to that is in our BDSM 101 recorded live stream. But if I'm remembering correctly, it's bit.ly, bit.ly/BDSM YNM, and that's for yes, no, maybe. BDSM YNM. Okay, so that's great for negotiation. Now, with our roller coaster analogy, we think of BDSM being about the mind fuck. So let's say in this scenario, I'm the top, so I'm the one doing, controlling how the scene goes, and he is the bottom, the submissive, receiving. It would never really go that way, but we're just pretending. We're both
I would
tops.
bottom for you.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
I like your new hat, by the way.
Thank you. It's actually, I bought this hat like 6 years ago and never wore it.
You're kidding.
I bought it for my child, and she didn't want it, so now it's mine. Anyway, so if we're negotiating a scene, let's say instead of me being the BDSM top, I am the engineer of a roller coaster, and he is my writer. And so I will sit with him and I'll be like, okay, Ken, do you like corkscrew turns?
I like big curves.
Do you like loop-de-loops? Do you like dark tunnels? And maybe he's like, yeah, I like the loop-de-loops.
I like the dark tunnels, but I'm not crazy about corkscrews.
Right, and no water rides. Water splashy rides are horrible.
No, are you kidding me?
Okay.
Pee on me.
Okay, I'll pee only if it's pee. So
Squirt.
I will go away and then design that roller coaster. Even though he gave me the specific parameters to which I will design it, I will put them together in a way that seems like a surprise to him. So this roller coaster, which is actually more of the mental roller coaster, and I may use physical components to affect his mental ride, I will put it in a way that feels like a surprise, meaning he's riding this emotional roller coaster and he feels, you ever go on a roller coaster and you're like, I think I'm going to end up in the paper when the car goes off the rails and the people fly through the park and they die a horrible death. So I want him to think like, holy shit, where the fuck is this going? Like, to be really in suspense and surprised and not know what the hell is going on. That's my goal. But really, it's a very carefully controlled ride. And I built this roller coaster according to his parameters. So that's kind of my goal when I'm doing a BDSM scene. Now, when you do a BDSM scene, oftentimes it's nice to do it with a role play, like a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you can completely make stuff up, or you can take from popular culture, like what we say, Kylo Ren and
Rey, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, let's do a Star Wars one. Like we used to do Darth Vader and Princess Leia, but we're old.
We're updating for the
time. We're trying to update for the time. So now it's Kylo Ren and Rey. And there is a great interrogation scene between the two of them. So one of the partners takes on the role of Kylo Ren, the other one takes on the role of Rey. And the idea is to, first of all, like once you've talked about the rough BS, let's say one of you likes to be beaten, the other one likes to be owned by somebody else, so that sort of like feeds in to this particular scenario. And it can be anything from any movie that you like, any bit of popular culture, any book like Harry Potter, whatever.
Right. Or even a scenario like when we did last time, whatever, we did Kinky Family Feud. The number one role play scenario was teacher-student. Like,
so Harry Potter would be a good one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Or just like, oh, Professor, how can I get an A? Like, oh, your wand, Harry. Like, I mean, all sorts of things. So, okay. So now that we've got that together, whatever scene that you pick, you need tools. And those tools, if you buy them from a BDSM shop, can be expensive. So let's start with the simplest, the close ones. One of the most favorite toys that I love from the dollar store. The dollar store is my home. Not yet. Okay. So he has conveniently put the clothespins on a paddle, which we'll get to that in a minute. So a pack of like 80 clothespins is $1 at the dollar store. Let's pretend this is Ken's scrotum. Okay. And then I am just going to keep putting clothespins. And do we have a string? Do we have a string? Here. I'm going to use the cord to my phone. Okay. It's improvisation. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to use the cord to my phone. And I'm going to clip. I'm teaching you how to make a zipper up so they can see.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just excited to be touched.
Shut up. Okay. And I would do, let's say I would do 12 clothespins. I'm just doing 3 so turn sideways so people can see. The string is there. Okay. So I can either have these clips on and just have them on. And then, you know, when you take them off and the blood rushes back in, that's when the sensation happens. And the skin under there gets really sensitive. So I could just like blow on where the clamp was and it'll feel all sorts of, ooh, or can I really do this? Is it going to hurt you? Okay. Or this is a zipper. I've never done it with a phone cord, but basically you take a string, you put it through a long series of clothespins, and then you just, ta-da, it's called a zipper. Then you can do it with a piece of yarn or whatever. I love clothespins. Another, you want to get a little more hardcore, because the clothespins, they're not very ouchy at all. Plastic clothespins, that's a whole nother level. But the wooden ones, they're very beginner. They're great for nipples. They're great for scrotum. But if you want to get intense, either the plastic clothespins or go to work, get some of these binder clips.
These are the best.
Yeah, they are intense. If they're too intense, what I've done, especially these, wait, there's a camera. These big ass ones. They're little ones and the big ass ones. The little teeny tiny baby ones, like the ones that are smaller than this, aren't so bad for nipples. Like it seems like the bigger they get, the more they clamp and the harder they are. So I will get like a book, something thicker than this, but just, you know, this is what I grabbed. I'll get a book that's like that big and just leave it clipped on the book, and it kind of relaxes it a little bit, so it's not so hard. So again, that's great for labia.
Under the arm.
Under the arm. Never done BDSM. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's have a sensual scene. Not at all. So yeah, clips and clamps. They're chip clips. There's like, they have little rubber ducky ones at the dollar store. All sorts of stuff. So those are great. Restraints. We've talked about the neckties. So I'm gonna, you do it to me.
Okay, we're gonna do a 101 here. So one of the most basic things you can do, and this is, you can do it with ropes, scarves, neckties. Just take whatever it is, and you're going to put it in half so that there's a loop around one end, and then keep your wrist together. So you see the loop I have here. Then we're just gonna take the other two ends, and we're gonna just take it right through. Then we take the ends.
Higher. There we go. Ow! My bones! My bird bones! You're crushing them. I hate bondage.
And there we go.
Freaking hate bondage.
Can you tilt it down a little bit to show them?
Ta-da!
And I'm not going to tie it because, like, Sunny hates to be tied up.
I hate bondage. But easy. Also, if you're doing bondage, make sure, especially with these scarves and stuff, that you have either, like, they sell safety scissors, or even with this, just a regular pair of scissors handy, because the fabric knots really easy and you can get trapped. Some people like, oh, your butt puckered under the arm. I know. So I do. Okay. Do I like to tie people up? Technically, I like to restrain people. I am not a rope person. I am horrible with knots and like, I need someone to take me under their wing and like really teach me some good bondage, because people think I'm great at rope bondage, and I'm like, that I have some kind of like learning block when it comes to tying things. So give me the thing with the Velcro or the locks, where I can just be like, you're locked up, and I didn't have to tie shit.
We do know Midori.
I know. Midori, I need you. Okay, so I like to restrain people, but not use rope. Okay.
Right, one other thing real quick. Regular old chains. You can use these and locks in combination as a restraint device. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory that you can just get this at any Home Depot, any kind of a basic lock. It's metal, so there's not a whole lot of wiggle room, which is nice. The smaller the links, the less easily they can get out, because you can tighten it a little bit more. One of the other advantages to playing with chains is that you can insert this vaginally or anally. So it's like a bunch of like anal beads almost, but when you put it vaginally, you can play a lot like with some sort of a surface clit toy.
Exactly.
You know, and just get like some really good times. And then like when they come, you pull it all up at once.
And I know, like, you know, you're like, oh, but that's not a sex toy, and is that safe? Yeah, it's a little bit at your own risk. There are ways you can clean it, you know, to the best of your ability. But yeah, you are putting a foreign object in your body. But I don't know, we like a wedge play, and like,
we're risk aware.
Yeah, risk aware, consensual king. Another cool thing about a chain is you could loop it if you're into somebody. Yeah, if you're into somebody that's into pain, you can also use it to like do some like deep tissue like impact massage or impact hitting, which is kind of a massage too. So,
Speaking of hitting,
oh no, I want to talk about zip ties.
Zip ties.
Zip ties, little iffy here because, and I don't have a zip tie handy because we don't really use them for kinky stuff. We use them for actually like things we need to zip tie in our garage, and but because the zip ties are so small, and it's like when you tighten a zip tie, they don't come back out and they just keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You can hurt yourself with zip ties. So I would say be very careful with zip ties. Or if you have a zip tie, maybe it's like over a scarf or something that's padding your wrist. Just know that it can dig into
Be risk aware.
No, I don't want. See, I don't. But maybe because I don't like bondage because it hurts my little bird bones, and I'm like, ow, that hurts.
Zip ties are fine. Just be risk aware.
Yeah, okay. I don't like zip ties.
Your
Anyway,
mom.
I don't like them. You can also use things like cling wrap. So whether it's the what's a cellophane, saran wrap. Thank you. That's the word. So you can use saran wrap to either tie small parts of your body, like wrists, legs, or like an arm binder, your whole arms together. Or you can use, it would take a lot of saran wrap for the grocery store one. You can buy bigger rolls at like
you can buy Home Depot. You can get the
Yeah.
industrial strength wrap, and what you can use that for is what's called a blaze suspension or a blaze wrap, where you actually take people and put the industrial strength stuff around them, leaving great big ends of it, and then you can suspend them off the ground, much like you would with rope, but it's much more colorful, and you'll have a lot more shapes that you're dealing with instead of just the human shape. You're dealing with the human shape plus wherever those the ends of the wrap go.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, a creative idea. Let's say you're doing some play where you're ripping clothes off and you're wearing a pair of pantyhose. Those pantyhose can become a bondage implement after you've sexily ripped them off your partner.
Or a hood.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting ready to rob a liquor store. Or
Totally. Let's see, gags. What other kind of gag? Like, we don't have a shoe gag. Soap.
Well,
a soap gag.
Soap is a great gag.
Yes.
Again, necktie is a great gag, and with this, you can just put a basic knot in the middle here, and I'm just doing just a regular hand over knot, and then you've got this part that goes in the mouth.
Yeah.
And then you're tying it up. You do that quite easily.
And when I say soap, wash your mouth out with soap. Again, if you're doing like cute little sensual BDSM, like it's for more like the hardcore fuckers that are like, yeah, wash my mouth out with soap. And but if you go to the hotel and you get the little bars of soap, keep those, take them home and put them in your toy bag because they are the perfect size to go right into the mouth.
Another great thing that you can use in the mouth, an empty Perrier bottle. It's the right size, shape, and consistency that makes for a great gag. And with this, what you would do is put holes in the bottom part of it with a string around it, and then put it into the mouth and then tie it around somebody's head. So this is actually your ball gag, and it's strong enough. Yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, you haven't done it with me.
I'm sorry. There's some things I haven't done with you
yet. Oh my
Vera.
God, he saved things that he hasn't done with me. So yeah, after you drink your Perrier, use it as a gag.
Perrier bottles in particular, the plastic ones are great because of the thickness of the plastic and the thin shape up front, so that you can even fit somebody with a small mouth.
Okay, let's get to some impact play implements. That's a lot. Say impact play implements 10 times real fast.
No.
Okay, and so I bought something.
The first one, which is a very basic thing, and I love this one in particular for training my submissives. This is my ruler of British rulers. So not only will I smack them with it, but I make them memorize every British monarch up through Queen Elizabeth. And so when they're quizzed on it, if they don't get one of the answers right, then they get a smack or 10 with the British ruler.
Let me be your ruler.
Next thing, this is medical tubing. It's just simple 3/4 inch plastic medical tubing. You can get this at any Home Depot. It's the single most severe implement of anything that I own. It leaves almost instant. Look at Sunny's face right now. It leaves instantaneous bruises.
Okay. Do not use this unless A, you are really into pain, and B, you are really into marks. And when I say marks, bruises, I mean so purple, they're almost black. Like we have made people's asses and thighs look like some kind of
like planets.
purple Jupiter galaxy. Like,
It was awesome.
It is unfucking believable. So if you're a hard player, that is an amazing tool. All right, so
here's another
paint stick. Yes, a paint stick is a great one.
Yeah, so like forgive the fact that this has a bunch of clothespins on it. This paddle was bought at the dollar store, and there was 2 of them in the kit. There's a little ball that comes with it, and it's just a game,
like badminton,
like where you badminton stuff back and forth. But what we use it for is both spanking, because it's a hard sort of hard plastic paddle that's just great to use. It's already shaped. It's also, because we have moved to Las Vegas, this is our scorpion killer.
Yeah, we kill scorpions with that. Okay, so I found this at the dollar store. Dollar Tree has these right now. This is, and I left the tag on so you could see, it is a paddle cutting board. It is fucking perfect. Yeah, look, can I hit you with it? Can I hit you right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, let me get my stuff out of my pocket.
Oh, that would be bad. I was gonna buy this the other day and then I didn't, and now for this I had to. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, can I whack your butt? Can I whack your butt? Okay. Oh my god. Little foreplay. No, I'm kidding. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
How's it feel?
Nice, actually.
Is it thuddy or stingy?
More thuddy.
Okay, so
a good thuddy.
If you're not familiar with harder, everyone's like, yeah. Okay, if you're not familiar with impact play, the words thuddy and stingy are either like a person's best friend or their like dreaded nemesis. So stingy implements tend to it's like a slap. You feel it on the surface of the skin and the pain it gives. It's almost like a surface pinch, like ow, like a sharp. And some things when you hit are very stingy. Other things are thuddy, which means when you hit the person with it, it's almost like a punch, like it hits you deep in your muscle. And it's really fun to go around and find random things and be like, is this thuddy? Is this stingy? Most people prefer one to the other. Like some people are like, I love stingy, it's my favorite. And other people are like, fuck stingy. Stingy can go fuck itself. I want thuddy. And speaking of thuddy, where's your meat? Do you have it? Your meat tenderizer. Best thuddy toy ever.
So this is a meat tenderizer. I don't know if you can see how thick this is. It weighs about 3 pounds. It conducts electricity very well, and it is severe.
Yeah, and so this is a very thuddy, like deep down in the muscle sort of toy, and it's from the kitchen store. It's a meat tenderizer, and it was so funny. I forget what it was, like one of the stores in the mall. I remember that. I don't remember which one, but we saw it, and we were just like we took it. And we were like.
Oh, it was Bed Bath. It was Bed Bath.
Was it Bed Bath and Beyond?
It was Bed Bath and
Beyond.
Beyond.
This is Beyond right here. This is the Beyond. That's what they mean.
Bed Bath and Beyond. IKEA?
No, it wasn't IKEA.
Okay.
It was Bed Bath and Beyond. Okay. So somebody said paint stir. Absolutely. Also, and those are free if you buy paint. The bamboo back scratchers at the dollar store are great. I didn't take one off. I was going to show you, but if you have Venetian blinds in your house. And the little
for caning, yeah.
the little acrylic rod nylon rod that comes with it, that is a great cane. So canes are like, remember hearing stories, or maybe your ass felt it when you're like, when I was a kid and I was bad, my mama went out to the train and got a switch. You know, it's a very thin, severe, like lashing kind of feeling. So yeah, Venetian blind rods. Best canes Amazing. Out there. Yeah. All right. Oh, your video. I know video's getting weird, but it's better. So that's good. Yay. Okay. Impact play. What else? Oh, should we do this?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So
don't tempt me though, Satan.
I already ate some. Okay. We do this when we do our Pervertables class in person.
Lucas was talking about it earlier.
Oh, cool. We pass out Twizzlers and we have a fight. Twizzlers versus red vines. So my dollar store only had Twizzlers this time. So we usually give everybody 1 Twizzler and 1 red vine. These are sweet. It's Valentine's Day. Sweet red candy, right? Sweet, sweet red candy.
Ow.
They are the best little whips. They are so good. Sorry, did I hurt you here?
It tastes like licorice. That's the only reason
Just strawberry. So, oh, you love there. But yeah, so this is great. Like, of course, don't stick them up any orifices where you're going to get a yeast infection. But if you're into CBT, which is not computer-based training, it is not cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm talking
chicken bacon tomato sandwich.
No, not a chicken bacon tomato sandwich. I'm talking cock and ball torture or torment. You can whip penises and scrotum and all sorts of things, or boobs. This is great. So yeah. All right, and then you can eat the evidence. Exactly.
So we did have a request. Is there anything that we have for people that aren't into pain or humiliation?
Yeah. I don't think we have under the sensation play. No, I forgot to grab a few things for that, but I can describe them to you.
So Scott, yes, the answer is yes. We still have a couple more things to talk about that are going to be in the humiliation and pain spectrum, though. Speaking of which, farm implements can also be fun. So if you happen to come across
feed store. A lot of the people, if you live out in rural places, and you go to the feed store, they're not buying that shit for the horses. They're buying it for their submissive.
Don't say what it is. I wanted to see. Can anybody guess what this device is?
Speculum. Oh dear.
Yes. You got it, Adam. This is an equine speculum or a horse speculum. And this is not having experienced it on myself, I can't say whether it's painful or not, but you have experienced it.
It's not painful because you slowly open it. So like our podcast on Apple Podcasts this week is about fisting. So it's very full, you can, if you just put in the tip, like this isn't so bad when it's not open. But as you slowly start to open it,
it will break somebody's bones if you go up too wide.
Yeah, so you don't want to open it all the way. But it's fun to play with. And then we've dropped glow sticks down there and taken pictures. And
for D&D Geeks, one of the fun things we did was we threw a D20 down there, and I got a crit on her. A
crit on my cervix?
On your cervix. Yeah. So we threw a D20 down there, and I rolled a natural 20 on her cervix.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, when it comes to impact play instruments, you can pick up a lot of things, whether it's the back of a hairbrush, a wooden spoon, that's a popular one, an Ethernet cord, or like a phone cord if you're whipping somebody. Like, really look around the house and
spatulas are great.
Yeah.
Kitchen wooden spoons are amazing. Stuff like that is awesome. And don't forget about like sex furniture and things that you can do things with as well. Couches and ottomans make great assistants to both BDSM and sex, because you can use them to position people if you don't happen to have, space for a spanking bench, or like, some kind of a fancy bondage bench.
Yeah. So now I want to get into sensation play. So for those of you who aren't into hitty ouchie, sensation play can be fun. And basically sensation play is playing with different sensations over not just the sexual erogenous zones, but all over the body, whether it's down the arm or the leg or the neck or wherever. And when you play with sensations, using opposing sensations is usually great. So do something rough and scratchy, and then something soft, or something hot, and then something cold. And what you commonly will do is combine this with sensory deprivation, the most popular being a blindfold. So either take your scarf or one of the things, or at the dollar store, they sell the sleeping mask. They're $1, So put a blindfold on and then start drizzling things across your partner's body. Like, you can even use some of this other stuff, like this chain right now is very cold. It doesn't hurt, but if you slowly drizzle it across like somebody's stomach, or this part of their arms, and they're blindfolded, it's like, oh, what is that? And so when you're the person with the blindfold on, you have this like, everything comes alive in your body because you don't know what it is. It feels completely different than the last thing that was being rubbed all over you. So like at the dollar store, I was just there yesterday, there are feathers, there are boas, there are, the mitt that they sell that you buff and wash your car with. That's a great thing to put over your hand and to rub. If you want to do some gentle spanking, but you want it to be a nice padded spanking, you can put that over your hand to spank with. A feather duster that you dust your,
the shelves or whatever.
Exactly.
So one good suggestion to use all of these things in concert with each other is to use things that are opposites or extremes. So if you had gone in with a chain, the next thing you want to go in with is something like lighter and fuzzier, like maybe one of the mittens. Or one of my favorite things to do was I would, for extreme sensation play, and this really isn't, it can be on the border of ouchy, but shaving the fine hairs off somebody, doesn't matter who you are, we all have little fine hairs on us, but if you shave that off and then use icy hot and then follow that up with like candle wax,
Yeah.
you have an extreme sensation that will be a lot more tactile, I guess, than it would be just the candle wax by itself. You have those opposites, those extremes really drive it home, especially if you're blindfolded or there's some kind of sensory deprivation.
Yeah. So like some of the other things that you can find at the dollar store, you can use a bath brush or a loofah that's scratchy and rough. You can a pie crimper. So it kind of looks like one of those Wartenberg pinwheels or like a pizza cutter kind of thing. You can use that over the skin. If you want to do pain, tweezers, like to pull out hairs, only if you're a pain person. This is a little painful, but if you're into pain, have someone kneel on rice, on pencils, like on your knees. That's painful if you're into that. So there's lots of things that you can use right at the dollar store, or they're right in your own home, that you can use for sensation play. Now, one of my favorites is ice dildo. Ice dildo. I'm going to show you how to make an ice dildo. So we said, opposing feelings, so hot and cold. You could maybe have like the warm, like the gel ice pack that you can either warm or cool. Maybe have a warm one so you can rub that warm over their muscles and kind of give them a massage. And then you can do
a warming water-based lube.
Yeah,
would be great on what we're telling you to do.
And then ice. So yes, you can do an ice cube, but those, they're little and they melt. An ice dildo is fun because one, it's easier to hold on to if you're just doing it on the body, or two, if you want to actually use it near the genitals, it's a dildo shaped thing. But also be careful, if it's super duper cold, use your common sense as to how cold it is. So what I want you to do is get a condom and a toilet paper roll. Okay. Super easy. You got the condom, you unroll it. It's backwards. You unroll this condom.
And Perrier and a vaporizer, but this has nothing to do with what she's doing.
It's legal here. So I'm unrolling the condom. Strawberry. Okay, unrolling the condom, and I am going to drop it into the toilet paper roll, and I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna break it because that's the only condom I have. All right. Oh, fuck you. It's slippery. Okay. So now I've got the condom in the toilet paper roll. You can see it. I'm going to fill it with water and stick it in the freezer. Fucking simple. So another crafty thing.
One real quick thing for safety purposes. A lot of people ask, well, what happens if I get it lost inside me? At that point, it melts. It becomes water.
Yeah. So another crafty thing you can do. Dental dams. You've heard of them for safer sex when you're doing oral, whether you're doing analingus or cunnilingus. You get this piece of plastic, or not plastic, like latex or latex alternative that originated from dentistry, called a dental dam. You put it over and you do your thing. Some people will use saran wrap.
And by your thing, she means cunnilingus.
Yes.
Or analingus.
Right. Something like that. Do the lingus. So some people use saran wrap, which there's been a lot of studies on saran wrap, and the consensus is pretty fucking safe. Like there is maybe a small risk that it could be a little bit porous, maybe certain brands or blah, 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 but it's a very minute instances, and it's still much better than using nothing. It's risk, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Risk reduction. Harm reduction. That's it. Harm reduction. Okay. So like, oh, my brain. Okay. So, but the thing about dental dams, like, especially if you're doing cunnilingus, but a lot of people do analingus, want to get their tongue in that asshole. Like you want to, and it's really hard to do if you have a flat thing. So I want you to get a medical glove. It can be either a latex one or a non-latex alternative. And I am going to make you a dental dam that has a tongue hole. So what you do is you want to cut off the 4 fingers of the glove, but not the thumb. So cut them off right where the fingers join the hand. So boom, 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 boom. So now I'm left with this little thing. Then I'm going to go on the side opposite where the thumb is, and I'm going to cut up. You, in order to not break the sexy mood, you might want to have these pre-cut so that you can just grab one.
Unless they have an arts and crafts or hobby fetish.
You might have an arts and crafts fetish. Like, come on, Martha Stewart, eat my ass. So
Make
now,
that macaroni duck, bitch. Make that macaroni duck.
So now you've got a piece of latex or latex alternative. Hold on. Piece of latex or latex alternative with a tongue hole. I want to do it.
Okay.
If that was like the whole satisfying, and then you can do it. You can put your tongue where my tongue was because we're married. Exciting. It's exciting. You want to put your tongue in my ass?
Now you have mustache.
Oh, so like I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it over, and now.
Fuck my tongue hole.
Okay. There. So now I just ate out his hand ass. I tossed the hand salad. So what's another thing? Toss the hand, a rim job, a rim hand job, a hand rim job. I don't know, but there you go. Arts and crafts. All right. So ice dildo is a lot of fun.
Macaroni ducks.
Oh, yay for working at a hospital and having unlimited gloves.
That is cool.
That's amazing. Okay, so a couple other cool things that you can repurpose in addition to ice dildos. Get yourself an electric toothbrush. It's a mini vibrator. That's kind of awesome. If you're torturing someone and they're tied up and you're into like, I'm going to make you uncomfortable and this is our deal, we negotiated it, put a vibrator, whether it's a vibrating toothbrush or an actual vibrator on their teeth. That's the most irritating.
One that's a keychain.
Oh yeah, we got that at AVN. It's a little tiny vibrator.
It's a tiny vibrator.
But I never put a vibrator in my teeth. I just heard about it and then I was like, that is evil. I must do it to someone. Oh, do it, Ken. Do it. Oh, so that's great. So do that.
I didn't tell you where this has been though. I'm surprised you just stuck it in your mouth.
Did you put it in your ass? Okay. Anyway, also
we're married. What does it matter?
For squirting, some people get like the squirt blankets. You can pay $80 for a Liberator Throw, a waterproof blanket, or you can go get the puppy pads. Oftentimes they have them at the dollar store really cheap. So lay those down on your bed so you don't get mess all over the place. For eating out or blowjobs or whatever, you can use, I recommend sugar-free Hall's Mentholyptus. Have them in your mouth and you get like a tingly kind of thing. And Ken had alluded to using icy hot. Mm-hmm. We've done where we've figging, which is a ginger root up somebody's ass. Or vag or wherever.
What you have to do specifically is you have to shave all of the bark off the root and then shape it into, something that you can either put as a butt plug, a vaginal plug, or a urethral plug if you're feeling kind of adventurous.
Yeah.
If you're feeling extra spicy. And by the way, once they clamp down, it hurts and it's very difficult for them to let go because of the pain, and it sort of feeds on itself. And the more they clench, the more it's like the pain goes through. So those of you that are into pain, keep in mind figging, very painful.
Yes. Okay. In my fucked up mind, I picture someone losing an ice dildo in your butt without a base, without a trace, and someone going to the ER. But it melts. That's the beauty of it. It melts. Okay. So let me.
Then you've hydrated your ass.
Exactly. You can use pipe cleaners, like in the craft section of the Dollar Tree. They usually have pipe cleaners. You can use them for CBT, cock and ball torture, or torment. There's all sorts.
The CBT ones you can only get from a tobacco store.
No, those are the barbed ones.
The barbed ones.
You can do gentle CBT with the dollar store ones, or
that's like decaffeinated coffee.
I know.
What's the point?
If you go to the cigar store, they have pipe cleaners with little metal barbs in them that, like, you know, they would scratch out your pipe or scratch out your pipe. Coconut oil for lube. Again, however, keep in mind, latex is not compatible with oil. So if you're using latex barriers, do not use coconut oil for lube. And also the jury is kind of out on whether coconut oil is good. Most people say best lube I ever used. A lot of studies say it's antibacterial and it can actually help prevent things like yeast infections and bacterial infections. However, there are other people that are like, actually, it's not as great as we thought. So that's kind of when your mileage may vary. Do it at your own risk. For some people, they swear by it, and other people are like, no, it doesn't work for my body. Okay, if you're in a hotel room, real quick, and then we're going to get to giving things away and talking. If you're in a hotel room and you're like, what do I do? You got the little soap for the torture, right? The wooden hangers hanging in the closet. Not only can you hit people with those, but the ones for the pants with the little clips, if you're really
Nipple
into
clamps.
clips. Yep, right there. You can use the Bible in the drawer to spank somebody with, which lends you to a whole new, like, again, during Kinky Family Feud, Jim and Nika kept saying, like, the Lord, like religious role play. So if you're into that, fucking hit someone with that Bible. The tie, if it's a nice hotel and they give you a bathrobe, there's a tie in the bathrobe. You can use that. Even the towels you can use for all sorts of different things, whether it's you like do gym locker room and whip somebody with it or whatnot.
Or restraints. You can actually turn them into restraints.
Rubber bands and pens. You can do all sorts of things with those. Like, go around your hotel room. Just because you're like, I'm in a hotel and I didn't bring my stuff with me. The luggage rack can be a spanking bench. All sorts of shit. All sorts of shit. Okay, so do we have everything? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Should we? Why don't we open it up? We're gonna unlock the thing-a-ding. Unlocking the room here.
And this is for show and tell. So people that have something to share.
Yeah. Come and show me your favorite pervertables, or give me some of your ideas. Like, did you get some ideas that you might try, whether it's Valentine's Day or if you're like, fuck Valentine's Day, just whatever. Some of the things that I used to do, I used to use some of these pervertables by myself. So I will tell you what I used to do with binder clips. This is when I first started getting kinky and I didn't have anyone to play with. I would use the larger binder clips. Where's the larger ones? Where's the big one? The big binder clip. Here, this one. I would take the large binder clips, and I had them on a book like this, so they weren't super tight. And I would use them as labia clips. So, like, imagine, do you have another big one?
No, I never.
Okay. Oh, these work too. So either a binder clip. Okay, binder, and we'll do that in a minute. Binder clip on each side of the labia, like spreading it open, right? And then you can take rope and tie it through here and tie it to the thighs, so it like makes you stay open. We went to American Science and Surplus. If you have one in your city, that's fucking great store for pervertables.
These are test tube holders.
Test tube holders. They could, be nipple, like all sorts of things. Or again, labia clips. And now you have this big giant thing. I could put where's my scarf?
Right here.
Where's my scarf? I could put my scarf through it and like tie it to the thighs, tie it to all sorts of, tie it to the bedpost, really spread you open. And you can do that by yourself, which is really fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know where Liz is tonight. Liz, I thought I saw you for a little while.
Here?
Liz,
I thought she was
everybody
here.
loves you. Sounds like a fun store. Yeah, it's called American Science and Surplus. There was one in Chicago. If you're a Chicagoan, it was up by like Foster and Central. I think it's still. Did they close?
No, I think they're still.
Still open. But I could swear.
Oh, there she is. There
hi,
is.
Liz.
Liz, everybody loves you.
Yeah, everyone's like, where the fuck is Liz?
Where's Liz? Where's Liz? The fuck, Liz?
But right, totally feel love. I could swear, though, I've heard that there's American Science and Surplus stores in other cities, not a whole lot, but just like Google for a science surplus store, they have all sorts of just whack ass things in there that are really
like dental
cool.
Instruments, all sorts of, like, you can get dental picks, you can get like the instruments for shaving off calculus off teeth, and you can use that on nipples. There's all sorts of stuff. There's
Yeah.
beakers, there's glass, there's metal.
And now that we have Amazon, you know, it's like you can get, like Ken was talking about, those dental tools. It's like, where are you ever going to find a dental tool? Amazon, $4.99. Like, order it, it'll be there tomorrow.
That's still more expensive than the American.
Well, I know, but if you live in the middle of Iowa, or I don't know, you don't have American Science Surplus, you've got Amazon. Ow! I just pulled my hair. So yeah, there are so many interesting things at Amazon. So I'm going to challenge y'all. Oh, you totally geeked out tonight. Yay, Desiree. I'm going to challenge you all to think about, like, look around where you are right now and be like, holy motherfucking shit, I can take that and do X, Y, Z to whoever, and tell me what you're thinking. And then let's see. Let me see. Do we have our winner yet? Let's see. Let's see if we have our winner. Hold on. Let me log into my phone. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. So, to repeat, this is the OJoy Lily. It is a triple motor thrusting rabbit vibrator. It does all of this stuff. So it's makeup brushes for sensation play. That's brilliant. Yes. And they have some great makeup brushes at the dollar store. Like, yeah, I love the fucking, can you count, me and Dollar Tree are like, okay, so this has 3 motors, which is pretty cool. There's a motor in the tip, which thrusts. There is a motor in, like, the shaft here. And then there's a motor in the bunny ears. So it rubs your clit as it does the thrusting inside at the same time. It is silicone, so it's body safe. It is USB rechargeable and 100% waterproof. So you can take it in the shower and all sorts of things. I want to say that the retail price of this is $99.99.
Yeah.
And so are you ready? You have to be 18 or over and have a mailing address in the continental US to win this. And is Leah here? L-I-A. Leah, are you here? Let me know if you are over 18 in the continental US. And if you're not here, you snooze, you lose. And someone else is going to get this. So Leah, I'll give you a few minutes to respond. Few minutes. Everybody's shy. Nick and who else was on? There's somebody else who was on earlier. Come back. Come back. Also Leah, L-I-A, Leah. Are you still here? Do people see Leah in the chat? Let's see. Leah, are you in the there's so many of you. Oh, I don't see Leah. I do not see you. Oh, Leah. You snooze, you lose. Okay. Is J74 here? J74. Leah missed out. J74, are you here? Are you here? Are you over 18? Do you live in the continental US? We'll give you a few minutes. Da, 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 da. You're not here? You're not here? Oh my God. Okay. So now I'm glad we drew a bunch of. Oh, hold on. Right here. So is Magnum 7210 here? Magnum. I know. Magnum, are you here? Oh, you like my hat? You like my hat? Oh. Magnum is not here either. What is this? Did everyone like snooze that? Were they like, oh, pervert? Magnum, you're here. Adam says you're here. Magnum 7210. Are you here? Magnum, I'm gonna look for you in the chat. I mean, you might be here, but you might have walked away from the computer. I don't know. Maybe it says. Yeah, I see you. Maybe you're like, I don't want a toy. Shh, pretend I'm not here. Magnum, going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Oh, fuck, man.
Is he there?
Is who there? I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna move on. I'm glad we did a bunch of names. Kyle, are you here? Please be here, Kyle. Kyle, are you here? Maybe nodded off. Maybe went to go play with some saran wrap and just got too wrapped up. Kyle, are you here? Kyle? No, Kyle's not here. Okay. Tanya, are you here? Tanya? Tonya, Tanya? I'm glad they gave me a bunch of names. Tanya, are you here? Oh my God. What is going on? Second one from the top. Tanya.
Oh, LaTanya.
Wait, your email starts with yes. Your email starts with yes. No. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Oh my God. I am just striking out. All right. Desiree, are you here? I think I saw you. Are you here, Desiree? I know you were here. Oh my God. Finally. I was like, no, but it's like when you're 8 and you're like, nobody came to my birthday party. Nobody loves me.
Desiree, you won.
Yeah, Desiree, you won.
Are you over 18 and in the continental United States?
Yes. What in the butt? What in the butt? So it was funny because the Get Vocal people gave me a bunch of names. I was like, just give me like 2 or 3 names. Bids? Okay, that's fine. Can you do that? Sure. Bids, if you are in the continental US and you're 18 or over, absolutely. I am feeling the love. How generous are y'all? Like, oh no, give it to that person.
Yes, really absolutely, Desiree. You can do that.
Yeah. Bids.
As long as Bids is over 18 and in the continental United States.
If you want it, it's yours. But I need for you. Yay! Oh, I'm feeling so much love right now. This is so sweet. So what I need you to do, Bids, if you can send me your email address to this email, yahoo.com. Oop, I don't know how to spell my own name. Megatron. Okay. So Bids, email me at that address so I have your email, and then I'll let you know what I need from you to get you your prize. So yes! Oh my God. This is so fucking, I feel warm and fuzzy everywhere right now. Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere.
Right there.
Everywhere.
In your butt.
Yep. So thank you. It's 8:59. We're gonna wrap this up. Next week, we have to decide. I want you to tell me in the chat, and we're gonna stick around after we hit stop broadcast. So are you feeling like electric play or prostate massage? Tell me.
Or electric prostate massage.
Which, yes, but I mean,
we can talk about with either of those subjects.
Exactly. We can intertwine them.
They're saying electric.
Electric. Team both. Electric. Prostate. Electric. Electric prostate.
Alexa thinks you're talking to her.
Oh, is that what? I was like, why is Alexa going on? Because every time I say electric, she thinks I'm saying electric. Oh, okay. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll come. Stay tuned the next couple of days. I'll let you. I know Alexa's like, oh, it beat me with some Twizzlers, and then buy some dental tools from me. So in the next couple of days, we'll figure out what our next subject is. We're gonna put it right here on Get Vocal. So hold on just a second. Share the story. Okay, boom. We're gonna put it right here on Get Vocal. So you'll figure out what it is, and then I'll start announcing it. And I think we will end up doing both. It's just which one's going to be first, like. And let me know. I'm going to stop the broadcast too, but let me know what else do you want us to talk about. Tell me in the chat, like what things haven't we thought of? I'm going to hit stop broadcast. So I'm just going to say thank you to the people who are going to be watching this on replay. Again, I'm Sunny Megatron. This is Ken Melvoin-Berg. You can find us at americansexpodcast.com. This week's subject is fisting for the holiday. This is the call of my people that it is that our session has ended. So goodbye, recorded broadcast people, and we're gonna stay here. So let me hit stop the broadcast. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Did it not stop? Nope, it did not stop.
Hot mic.
It's not. Okay. Do you want to stop it? Yes.